Before this video begins, I would like to thank the Curry Tribe for making this video suggestion. Be sure to check them out, and let's get right into the video. So hey guys, it's Nathan U52 here, and today I'm back with another Injustice Gods Among Us Versus episode. Now Versus is a series where I pair up two Injustice Gods Among Us characters and I fight it out. They fight it out, and you decide who wins down in the comments. Be also sure to make suggestions for next week's video. So today we're pairing up Injustice 2 Superman and Injustice 2 Aquaman. So these characters are all from the new Injustice 2 game, which will be coming out next year. Can't wait for it. And here are the characters. The first one is Injustice 2 Aquaman. Here he is. His passive is Atlantean Tactics. When Aquaman does any special power, which I think means special attack, he rinses any damage over time off him and puts it on the opponent with the effect doubled. Now, he looks really cool. Let me just say I love this armor on his left arm, and also love the tattoos going up his neck on the back and also down his left arm. The armor is on his right arm, which obviously means that this guy is right-handed. Random fact, but I guess it would be useful. He's Injustice 2 Superman. Here he is. And see, his passive is Kryptonian Fortitude. Every time Superman tags in, he takes no damage from the first SP special move received. Bonus 5% damage and 5% health per promotion. Now that means Superman here obviously has a stat bonus against Injustice Gods Among Us Aquaman the more you promote him. I have him at Elite 7 currently. So that's basically a total of 35% health bonus and 35% damage bonus, which is huge. So his stats are definitely a bit better than Injustice 2 Aquaman's. But let's get into support cards and special attacks. His Aquaman support card, Throne of Atlantis, for 10% health and 10% damage is Poseidon's Trident. Armies of Atlantis is his 10% energy regeneration. Trident Toss is his first attack, bleed, damage over time. Oceanic Depths, second one, looks really cool. And Atlantic Rage, call forth the mightiest predator of the oceans. It's unblockable, his classic super move. Now let's look at Injustice 2 Superman here. Here he is, Kryptonian Fortitude. Every time Superman tags in, he takes no damage from the first special power removed. Bonus 5% damage. Why am I reading that? I've already read it to you. His support cards, Lois Lane for 10% health, Son of Krypton, 10% damage, and Fortress of Solitude for 10% energy regeneration. Flying Punch, it's the one that hits 3 times. The special one, Stay Down, looks really cool, also hits 3 times. And his super move, Unblockable Bang Zoom Kryptonian Smash. There it is. Let's get into some gameplay and show you how these guys' passive work. So I've got them ready in a match here. Injustice 2 Aquaman. I'm going to show you how to do Injustice 2 Superman's passive first, because Injustice 2 Aquaman is a bit hard to do because I'm going to have to find a damage over time battle. But first, let's look at this. Let's show you his first Flying Punch. It's a bit different to all the other ones. It hits 3 times. Here it is. There it is. It's a special one. The first character, first Superman to ever have that special one was Dawn of Justice Superman. So that's a fun fact for you. He's his passive. See, he's taking no damage, and he's not even getting affected. The OP beast he is. But he is a Joker. I'm gonna tag out to Injustice 2 Aquaman. But this is just so I can show you what he basically does when he's tagged back in. So when I can tag him back in, this comes back up. But if I block it, see, he'll actually take the damage, but he'll keep his aura. So basically, a strategy to use for him is that if you're basically coming up against an attack that's really easy to defend against, like the cartwheel I just got attacked by, you can just block, and that will still keep the aura for more harder attacks, and still take a tiny bit of damage, but you can save it up for harder attacks, like let's just say countless deaths from the doomsday I'm about to face. But so yeah, here's his light passive. It looks like it's basically the same as Godfall Superman's. He hits 3 times, and then you swipe. Well, I swipe. Here it is, and he shoots laser beams out of his eyes. It's basically Godfall Superman's light combo But let's show you his passive once again. Here it is. It's a great passive to use on every occasion. You can use it on any single game mode. You can use it on Survivor, online, just single player. Basically any game mode. See, obviously if you use Unstoppable, see, it's a very good thing to protect against high damage attacks. Excellent passive has here. And also the bonus 5% health and damage per promotion is really cool too. I showed you this before, but here's a Trident Toss. Bleeding. See, it does considerable amount of bleeding for first attack. There, I just missed. Great. Kryptonian Fortitude again. Here's his special 2 again. Special 1, Flying Punch. And let's go for their second moves. I'm going to show you their second moves now. Actually, yeah, I'm going to show you their second moves. So Superman's special number 2 move is called Stay Down. And this is what it looks like. Oh, great. Or not. I hate random tags so much. But, here's Dawn of Justice Batman, guys. Great. Here's Injustice 2 Aquaman. Gonna save up his power too. Oh, I might get to show you his passive now. See, Scorpion here is going to do a flip kick. He's going to do a damage over time. To me, bleed. Just notice how much damage he does from that damage over time. He might do like 2,000 per hit. And then I'm going to do a Trident Toss on him. And then the damage over time will be reflected back at him with double. So keep an eye on that. Burning. It does 500 attack. I'll do it back at him and it'll do 1,000. See, it's doing... Okay, you might have gotten to see that. You might not have. But it did 1,200 damage. It was a very split second, so you might want to replay that if you want to see that again. But I'm going to... Here is Superman's second move. Stay down. You only have to swipe once, and it hits 3 times. It's really cool. Boom! 51k damage. Almost 52k on that last hit. Really, really cool. I like that that special too, because it is a reference to one of Superman's powers. The last hit of the thing, he shines up in the sky with the sun shining on him, and his powers are fueled by the sun. So it's basically just saying, oh my god, he's getting really powerful. And then smash, absolutely amazing. While saying that, I actually think Injustice 2 Aquaman's second move looks absolutely amazing too. It might be a tiny bit better than Injustice 2 Superman. Who knows? But it's really cool. It's called the Oceanic Depths, and it involves a reference to the console version of Injustice Gods Among Us. Now, the Oceanic Depths, you have to swipe once, I think. And then what you have to do is you have to rapid tap, I think. So I'm just going to wait until Injustice 2 Aquaman comes back in with 2 bars of power, so I can show you Oceanic Depths. And also, Kryptonian Fortitude is excellent against characters like Lex Luthor, because he has Lance Blast, and no one likes Lance Blast. No one likes Nightwing's Ground Sparks. Power Drain's terrible, so Kryptonian Fortitude is excellent against that. Injustice 2 Aquaman is still not here. But we're going to wait for him. But just after okay, here it is. Here's Oceanic Depths. You have to swipe once. And then you have to rapid tap. Now, in this rapid tap, see, he just spiked a trident through the ground. And then it came up on the other side, spiking the opponent. Now, this is a reference to one of Aquaman's moves on the console version of Injustice Gods Among Us, where you can stab his trident in the ground. And it comes up where the opponent is, and it hits them. So that's pretty cool. And if I got just here's the move again. It hits quite a while, so it can be used across 2 different characters. So I love moves like that. They're so easy to use, and they can just spread around the whole team. By Reds on Superman. Here is Superman's super move. You might have seen it before, but obviously not as Injustice 2 Superman. Here it is. And boom. So I might show you Injustice 2 Aquaman's passive later, but now let's get into both of these guys' weaknesses. So Injustice 2 Aquaman, he doesn't really have a weakness. His passive is a really, really good one. He doesn't really have a weakness because, his passive isn't one that really can be used against him. So if you're taking someone's damage over time away from them, there's not much you can do, except I'm thinking the only weakness he has is don't use damage over time. That's my only recommendation for when fighting people. For when fighting Injustice 2 Aquaman, just don't use damage over time against him. So that might be really simple and the really obvious way to use it against Injustice 2 Aquaman, but you have to be really careful because it's actually really powerful. Here's his super move, by the way. It looks really cool. One of my favorite super moves. It's iconic, where a shark, here it is, pops in. There it is. But like I was saying, do not underestimate this guy's passive, Aquaman. Injustice 2 Aquaman, his passive is amazing, especially if you've got a damage over time characters. So when you're fighting him, it's best to avoid to use any damage over time characters. This guy will absolutely wreck your team if it has a damage over time character on it. That's just what I'm saying. Beware. But now if we look at Injustice 2 Superman's side, he has obviously a bit more weaknesses than Injustice 2 Aquaman, because Injustice 2 Aquaman has no weaknesses. But Injustice 2 Superman's weakness is kind of simple, but this weakness actually works well with many characters like Dawn of Justice Batman, characters like that, Injustice 2 Superman, like this one. But the weakness is you got to use characters that have basically a buff on their combo ender. Now these are characters like Martian Manhunter, especially Martian Manhunter. Also Apocalypse Darkseid, Arrow Green Arrow. These guys will always have a random buff on their swipe combo, their combo ender. So those work extremely well, and especially against Kryptonian Fortitude, because it only blocks out special attacks, not the buffs, and the buffs are really good. Like it does stun, power drain, amazing. But let's get in, and you can also use super moves against Injustice 2 Superman, so I guess that's also a way to defeat him. But let's show you Injustice 2 Aquaman's passive. I'm going to fill up this team with characters that do damage over time bleed. So, just normal Aquaman, I guess. Recharge this guy. And let's show you how his passive works a bit into more depth. Because you already got to see it, but it was very hard to see. But you got to see that when damage over time is used against him, he gets to retaliate back when he uses a special attack. Now this could be any special attack. So here we go. So you can see the bleeding is doing 1,700 damage, but if I do this, it will come back at her. It's doing 3,000 damage against her. See, look, and she's almost dead. Boom, she's dead. Did you see that? I'm going to do it again, unless this guy uses the Oceanic Depths, which I will not like, so I'm going to use that against him. Ha. Take that, mate. And it looks like this guy will die, unless I don't rapid tap. But this guy will die easily. Oh my god. Okay, I have no special attacks left to use, but if I did have a special attack left to use, this damage over time is doing 2,600 damage to me, so reflected back at him, that would be about 5,000 damage, I think. So, that's Injustice 2 Aquaman's passive. Not as good as Injustice 2 Superman's, in my opinion, but he does have less weaknesses. And it's also extremely useful. It's actually way better than Injustice 2 Superman's, in my opinion, when you're battling damage over time characters. But that's just my opinion. So who do you think won, guys? Be sure to let me know in the comments. Also, let me know who you want to see next time, because I'll put that into account. And also, if you want to check out some of my other videos, be sure to check them out on my channel. I'll put the links to my previous 2 versus videos, my previous 3 versus videos. And I'll also put a link to more information about Injustice 2 Superman and Aquaman if you want to know more about that. But, yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Be sure to check out my friends' channels. Links will be in the description. More of my videos. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Join the 52 Nation today. This is Nathan U52, out.